All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tina. Today we are doing a what sold video, which is insane. I have not done a what sold video in probably a year and a half, maybe even longer. I don't know. It didn't seem like they were getting a whole lot of views, so I just figured there wasn't a lot of interest in it. However, I did do some warehouse videos where I pulled my orders. So essentially that's kind of a what sold, because I did let you guys know what they sold for and stuff like that. So I did some of those last winter, but a lot of people have been asking for a what sold video. I have gained quite a few subscribers since my last one. So I decided, let me try it again, see how it works, see how it's received. So yeah, drop it in the comments. Let me know if you guys have liked this video, if you like this content, if you want me to keep doing this, and we'll just see how it goes from here. So normally when I would do my sit down what sold videos, they would be from about Friday evening until Monday morning. And because doing the entire week is just like way too much for me. But this particular one is going to be like late Friday afternoon until very early Sunday afternoon. So roughly 48 hours worth of sales, maybe a little less, but roughly 48 hours of sales, because Mondays have been very heavy on the shipping. So I don't want to try to add a video into the mix. I wanted to get it filmed and get it out of the way. So with that being said, I have 33 items going out, which is actually kind of a slow weekend for me, considering the last maybe 4 weekends or more have been like well over 50 things by Monday, but I do still have the entire rest of Sunday to go. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy it. And remember, drop it in the comments. Let me know if you want this kind of content. And I mean, yard sales are definitely not happening for me for the rest of winter for a few months, but I am doing some other things that I will also be filming, some estate sales, some thrift stores, definitely have hauls here from some recent sales and stuff like that. So, all right, let's get into the what sold video. All right, guys, so first item that sold is a Adler rock candy ornament. I thought this was super cool. I have multi-quantity of them. I picked up, I think, about maybe 10, 15 ornaments at a townwide sale in Jersey at back in the beginning of November. It never made that particular sale never made it to film, but I got some good things there. So anyhow, I still have 3 of these available. One sold for $19.99 plus shipping. At the time of listing, I did not see any others listed. And like I said, I just thought they were super cool. Reminded me of the rock candy from my childhood. And I'm telling you, this stuff looks real. Like if you didn't know any better, you would think you could eat it, but you can't. Okay, next item is a Lennox Winter Greetings tidbit tray. I purchased this in Jersey as well. In one of the townwides back in September, and this sold for $25 plus shipping. I paid about $8 for this particular piece. Next, and the ornament I probably paid like between $1 and $2 for, by the way, when all was said and done. This is a Chicos necklace. This I've had for a little while, at least a year, I believe. And this sold for $18.99 plus shipping. I probably paid like $2 to $5 for this. Probably 2 or 3. I don't quite remember. But it's a very nice necklace. Okay, next. This I purchased over the summer for $5. It is in poor condition, as can be seen by the photos. It is dirty. It is discolored. It's actually broken. If you see this photo right here, the front corner is broken on both sides. I noted that in the listing. As you can see, this is from the condition details here. This is dirty, yellowed, and it says from corners are cracked. I meant to say front corners are cracked, but they can see that in the photos. I'm sure they know what I mean. Anyway, this I paid $5 for. There's no cords with it. There's no controllers with it. It has not been tested. It is for parts only, so that's why I listed it super cheap. It sat around for long enough. I just wanted to get rid of it. And like I said, I purchased this sometime in the summer, possibly even spring, and it sat around. And I finally listed it about a week ago for $23, and it sold pretty quick for $23 plus shipping, and it's gonna be getting shipped after this video. All right, next, take a sip of my chai before it gets cold. This is like my newest obsession here. It's chai tea. I love it. Okay, next is a Bleak Ireland Baby's First Christmas ornament. This came out of an auction lot. I normally don't like to list, you know, like Baby's First Christmas from 2007 or whenever, you know. I always in my mind think that they don't really sell as well. I mean, it sold for $14.99 and it sold, so I shouldn't really discount these items. And there are some that are dated that do sell very, very well for a lot more money. But I do tend to shy away from these. And if this was $1 at like a yard sale, it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to pick it up anyway. It still sold for $15. But it did come out of an auction lot. Can't remember which one. And I had it sitting for a while. I just wasn't feeling real motivated to list it because I just, you know, I wasn't. But I finally did. I listed it back in like February or March, I think. And it just sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Next item is 4 red toile fabric placemats, Williams Sonoma with a question mark, because they are not like branded as far as tags go. And a lot of times the placemats will not have tags on them, but I'm fairly certain that this is a Williams Sonoma pattern. I purchased these. I believe I got these over the winter last year at an estate sale where I purchased a whole bunch of Williams Sonoma stuff. So that is why also I had a feeling that that's what these were. So I did take a best offer of $35 plus shipping on these 4 fabric placemats. Okay, so next item is a Hallmark Peanuts Snoopy ornament. I picked this up at the beginning of November at a thrift store. My friend and I were kind of on one of our all-day adventures, and we went to a bunch of different stores and sales and all kinds of stuff. I picked this up at one of the stores for $3, and I took a best offer of $15 plus shipping. So it really didn't take that long to sell. It does come with the batteries and stuff. It's new in the box. It's never been used. Okay, next I purchased these. When did I purchase these? This was a Jersey sale too, like recent. It may have been the November. It may have, I'm pretty sure it was the early November sale. I picked up a lot of 3 Barbie ornaments. 1 Ken and 2 were the Barbies. They already sold. This one was the last one to sell. I paid $2 a piece for these. This one I took a best offer of $18 plus shipping. All right, this right here, if you guys remember my QVC purchase last spring, winter, spring, it was kind of like right around March, I believe. This came out of that lot, and it sold, as you can see, for $99 and, you know, plus shipping. And this, what did I pay now? I can't even remember 6 months ago, 9 months ago. I think I paid $700 or $800 for that entire lot of stuff. You'd think I'd remember this, but I don't. Okay, next is a Lennox 3-piece snowball fight, just village accessory figurines, basically. And these I purchased in a lot of Christmas stuff. I believe, I want to say maybe springtime, over in Jersey. I was out with one of my friends and purchased a lot of this stuff for maybe 50, 60 bucks, buildings and accessories and stuff like that. So not real sure the exact breakdown of how much this individual piece cost, but probably not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, sold for $16.99 plus shipping. Next is a Villeroy and Bach clock, design naif is the pattern of this. This clock does not work. The actual clock piece is not working and needs to be replaced. As you can see, it's just one that kind of goes onto the back. So I did note that in the listing. No chips or cracks, but I couldn't get it to work and may need a new clock part. This buyer that purchases from me is very new. I am her first feedback, so I do have to reach out to her and make sure that she read the description and knows that this clock does not work, because sometimes people do not, especially when they're on mobile. Sometimes it's hard to see that description. You have to like click on it to open up the section to read it fully. And you'd really be surprised how many people don't do that, or don't know how to do that, and just buy things without knowing the full description, or some people don't even view the photos, to be honest. All right, next item. This I purchased back in May at my local flea market for somewhere between $5 and $10. I took a best offer of $40 on it. It's a Ron Lee Betty Boop figurine. I priced this lower because it does have like some bumps on it, as you can see. I mean, it's the way it was made. I don't know if it was like the metal or the enamel or what, but so I don't know, but took a best offer of $40. I'm happy with that. Certain Ron Lee pieces do sell if they are themed. Ron Lee is also known for making a lot of these in clown style. Those you really don't want to pick up. Those don't do too well at all. And this did sit for a while. This sat between 6 months, 6 months maybe. I don't know. The middle of May. This was listed. All right. Moving on. Next item. This is some Lionel Disney Mickey Mouse train track. So this set I picked up at a yard sale in the summer. I picked up the entire set for $5. And I don't know if it had ever been used, but it was open. And I looked them up, and the sets as a whole were not really selling for much. I'm talking like, maybe like at the time when I looked it up, I'm thinking maybe it was like $30 or something like that. It was under 50. It really wasn't much at all. And I guess that still would have been a good deal considering I only paid $5. And maybe it was the time of year. Maybe they're selling for more now. I don't know. But I decided to part this out. And it was a very good plan, because I believe I sold 3 of the train cars already, or 2 of the train cars, 1 main powered train part. And they sold for between 35. One was 35, I think one was 25, one was also in the 20s. So I've already made about $75 on the cars. And then I sold the remote. I think I sold the remote for about $30 plus shipping. I also sold, I think, some of the curved track already. And now this is just a 4-piece straight track, as you can see. This, I took a best offer of $10 plus shipping, and the same buyer also bought an 8-piece of the track for $20. I took a best offer of $20. So there's another $30. Oh yeah, this is, I sold 2 of those. So this is the second set that I've sold of these. Maybe the other wasn't the curved track. Anyway, I still have lots of track left. I believe I still have 1 car. So yeah, definitely making a lot more money on this set by parting it out. And it is a newer set too. It's not like an old vintage set or anything like that. Okay, next is a Dr. Bronners Castile soap. It's just an 8-ounce bottle. It's new and sealed, and I picked this up at a yard sale back in August for $1. It sold for $13.99 with free shipping. Not a crazy profit on this, but super easy to list, ship, store, all of that. Just super easy listing. So when stuff is that easy, I will definitely take less for it. I actually purchased a whole bunch of different cosmetics and stuff like that at that particular sale. All right, moving on. Next is a pair of Clark's Arbor boat shoes. These sold for $19 plus shipping. I believe I picked these up over the summer. Don't even remember where or how much. I think actually they may have come from a rummage. I think I only paid a couple dollars for these. Okay, this particular mug I spent 25 cents on. I bought a set of four for a dollar. Four for a dollar on these at a sale over the summer. This one sold for $12 plus shipping. Not a bad deal on a $25 investment. All right, next is a Squishmallow. I have been selling these forever. This I purchased at retail when my daughter was still managing an Aldi store. She would tell me when the shipments came in, and I would go up and purchase them. Like they were already out on the floor, and I would just go buy some of them. So anyhow, I sold 6 of this particular style already, and I do have 4 left. Sold this for $19.90 plus shipping. I did pay like $4.97 for this. So definitely not a huge profit. And when I was buying them, I expected them to sell a little bit faster, and some did, but then a lot of them did sit for a while. This Squishmallow craze is definitely not what it used to be. Kind of came in and went out pretty fast. I do still pick some of them up if they're super cheap, but I don't really pick a lot of them up anymore. I pass on 90% of them that I come across. So anyway, good thing is this holiday season, I have been selling a lot of Squishmallows. So I am getting rid of them now. Okay, next is a set of 3 Tamora Pierce books. I picked these up back in, I know this was in a video. It was one of my Jersey townwides. I want to say maybe October. I wasn't sure how these were going to do. I just kind of picked them up, and they sold for $16.99 plus shipping. And I probably paid a few bucks for these together. All right, next, you guys probably remember these. These were from a rummage sale back in October. And I bought 2 of the 3 cup and 1 6 cup. The 6 cup actually came back. The man returned it because he thought it was bigger. So maybe he needed like an 8 cup or something. I don't know. But he said it wasn't quite as big as he needed it to be. So that one does have to get relisted. But anyway, I have now sold both of the 3 cups. This one sold for $25 plus shipping. And if you guys remember from that video, I paid $1 a piece for these. I should have grabbed them all, and sadly I did not. All right, next is a pair of Lennox serving bowls. These, I purchased these over the summer, probably June or July at a community sale, and I'm sure you guys remember that video. It was kind of like an elderly type community. I purchased a whole bunch of Lennox at that particular sale, and I think I paid like varying prices. I paid anywhere between like $5 and $10 per set. So I don't quite remember what I paid for this particular set of bowls, but 10 or under, I'll tell you that much. They sold for $49.99 plus shipping. All right, next, I just picked this up at my last trip to the flea market for the season, at least my local flea market. There are some flea markets that still operate during the winter, but my local one closes down. So I picked this up the final weekend in October for $35, and I took a best offer of $107 plus shipping for this doll. All right, next is a Temptations by Tara floral lace serving tongs. These sold for $12 plus shipping. I picked up a set of this pattern maybe a year or so ago, and I, parted it out, split it up. I've sold a lot of different pieces. I still have some pieces, and yeah, this one sold for 12 bucks. Not too shabby. I can't remember. I think I paid maybe $20 for the entire set. This right here I picked up over the summer for $1. I picked up 5 of these Wii remotes. The woman said she didn't know if they worked or not because it was so long since they've used the set. So she just really priced them to sell. They did have to be cleaned up a little bit, but that's what I did. And this particular one, the Yoshi one, I had 3 of them. This is the first one that sold for $49 with free shipping. This will ship for under £1, ground advantage. It won't be crazy. I do have 2 left, which is cool. I do still have a blue one to list. Should get that listed. And I have a red one to list. The red one does need to be cleaned up a little bit. It's got a little tiny bit of battery corrosion, so I need to get some vinegar on it. A great way to get rid of battery corrosion is a little white vinegar and just like a wire metal brush. You can take the metal brush first and just kind of like run that over it. It gets all the crust off of it. Put the white vinegar on, it kind of like bubbles, just takes it right out of there. Just let it, again, you can brush it, let it dry out. And you're usually good to go. Mostly everything that has corrosion will work after that, which is pretty awesome. So anyhow, I do need to get those other 2 listed. Next is a Johnny Lightning speed buggy car, as can be seen. I purchased a whole bunch of these last summer. I purchased like probably $700-800 worth of stuff from a man who won a storage unit full of vintage toys. He had a couple of yard sales. He was also at the flea market. I even actually went to his house and I went to his storage unit because he had his own storage units to hold the stuff that he bought in storage units. So I purchased a lot from this man and I sold almost all of it by last Christmas, but I still have a ton of cars left. Now, the funny thing with these speed buggies, they all have, as you can see right here, I'm trying to point to it. You're not going to be able to see that. But it says, if you can see on that little card, the film strip, it says sell 15. This particular one, I had 2 of the sell 15s. And one sold right now for $29. Free shipping, and these ship ground advantage, usually at 4 ounces. Anyhow, I had so many different cells of these, like cell 17, cell 11, cell 2, cell 3. So I listed them all individually by cell numbers. I must have sold 20 of these or more so far, and I still have some. I have made a killing on these cars, and I think I paid about $1 a piece on the cars. So that was pretty awesome. Okay, moving on. This right here is a Swarovski crystal Siamese fighting fish, a betta fish, basically. I think this thing is beautiful. It is gorgeous. Just look at that. Look at that fish. Look at this. This thing is gorgeous. It is in like perfect condition. I picked up a lot of this stuff September, maybe October. I'm trying to think. September, either late September, early October. Someone had asked me to help him kind of go through a unit that he was purchasing things from. So I helped him. He hooked me up with a deal with this person. So that's kind of how it happened. I ended up going to the gentleman's house and I spent $200 on a ton of this Swarovski crystal stuff. So yeah. Anyhow, this one sold on best offer for $83 plus shipping. All right, next item is a Hallmark Deck the House Christmas ornament. This sold for $40 plus shipping. That is an awesome price for a Hallmark ornament. I honestly don't remember where I got this. I listed it last February, but I don't remember where it came from. I really don't. I don't remember where it came from or how much I paid for it, but I usually don't ever spend over $3 for a Hallmark ornament. Oh, the person above my warehouse, there's apartments above my warehouse, and the person is vacuuming. So if you guys hear that, I apologize, but we're almost done with this anyhow. Okay, next item is a set of Lily and Vernon Rooster dish towels. I picked these up recently, I believe, at maybe a rummage or maybe a yard sale. I don't even honestly remember where these came from, but I think I only paid $1 for them. And they sat around for maybe a month or so. I finally listed them and they sold pretty quickly for $15 plus shipping. I did take an offer on them. Okay. Next, I sold this pair of Nasty Gal high-waisted tapered pants. Nasty Gal was started by Sophia Amoruso, and she was reselling. She started reselling. There's like a movie on Netflix about her or whatever, but she started reselling. Then she developed her own clothing brand. Then she had some financial troubles. She sold that brand, and I believe it now operates out of the UK. I could be wrong about that, but Nasty Gal, the label, is still producing clothing. I found this pair of pants and a top, which already sold at the bins last year. I think in February or March. I picked these up at the Hackensack bins in New Jersey. And so definitely didn't pay much, probably $1 and change for these pants. They did sell on an offer. I sent the offer of $21.25 on these pants. So not bad. All right. Next, this is Oneida Chatelaine pattern. These are the steak knives. They're pointy. That's why they have these little protective covers on here. They came like that. I purchased this set about maybe a month or so ago. I saw it listed on Facebook Marketplace, and the lady was pretty local to me. I purchased this set for $40. I parted it out. I've already sold a bunch of different pieces, forks, spoons. Already made my money back, and now these sold for $39.99. Sorry, I slipped it right through. $39.99 with free shipping. I was looking at it, it says free next day shipping. Yeah. That's weird. It used to just say free shipping. Now it says free next day shipping. I do have one day handling time, but I don't typically ship on the weekends. Anyhow, sometimes I do. Next is a light switch cover. This sold for $11.99 with free shipping. This was another thing that I got very, very cheap and in multi-quantity. I probably paid about 20 cents for this at a yard sale somewhere. And 2 have already sold. I have 3 left, and I think I have a couple different styles. I probably actually sold a couple different styles already too. Okay, guys, so last but not least, and I usually do not include things that have not been paid for yet, but I am hoping that this gentleman pays. But I did want to add it because I thought it was kind of a cool sale. If you guys watch my recent palette video from last week, this was in one of the clothing boxes, this Rag & Bone Dagger Houndstooth jacket. I listed it for $275. It sold overnight. I took a best offer of $200 plus shipping, which is amazing and pays for the entire thing. I purchased 2 separate clothing units for $50 a piece, as I mentioned in that video. So I was all in for $100, $115 if you add the buyer's premium. So this pays for everything as long as this gentleman pays. If not, he's got 2 more days to pay and it will get relisted. Hopefully he does pay. All right, guys. So that is going to wrap it up. Let me know in the comments below if you have enjoyed this video, because I have not done a what sold in a very, very long time. And yeah, let me know. And that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that little bell button so you get notifications every time I upload. And until next time, bye.